他们这是干什么活动啊？我都搞不清楚。
剪彩。
什么剪彩？
什么不知道？什么医疗中心什么东西的？
医疗中心
是有一个那个什么社区中心的。
社区中心啊？
哦。
我们等下剪彩在楼上。
在楼上。
对。
好。
It's muted. It's mute.
No, it's not mute.
礼拜四我们去拍那个圆哈。
There's no. Yeah, there's no place. So that's why I want to start. I can just cover it and try to let it but that's also good. No.
Catherine, we take a picture.
应该会有人看。
Come on, take a picture. Take a picture. Okay. Take a picture. Thank you. Very good. Hey, wow. Look over there. Take a picture. Okay, look at that camera. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Good. Later we're going to say. Okay, good. Okay, thank you. Okay.
对，那边有，
没啥意思。要是来德州的话，也就去一次得了，
应该也
没啥意思。
对，
哎，你看，你知道里面谁吗？
谁你呀？
对，我躲在后车厢，我没有告诉他。
太好笑了！
我让那个陈建过去接的我。你知道吗？我在后车厢我这么着绑着，像被绑架一样，
太好笑了。所以他一直到那边才知道啊。
是陈建把我先接过去的。
那他真是不错，
对，挺好玩的，
好好笑。
你昨天在那个匹马，
你居然你觉得好玩啊？
我觉得好玩，
真的啊？
我觉得还行呢。
哦，
因为可能人不多吧，
可能人。这个让人看了好害怕的感觉。
什么呀？这个人
就那个晃来晃去的，不知道在干什么。
他是老想过来找人说话。
哦，
他老婆在这还不老实。
是吗？哦，刚刚2个人都走了。
是他吧？你知道是谁吗？
谁呀？
你没看到《还珠格格》吗？
小时候看，刚刚都
法师
忘了。
跟法师。
哦。
就我妹，她现在她不是要去教堂做礼拜吗？她不是 Easter 吗？
哦，她去教堂啊。
她说她周日没法陪我，因为她要去教堂。说行，那你就去做法吧。
她这么虔诚啊！哇，那不错啊，去教会认识一些人也不错。
她是想融入美国生活，我跟你说吧，她去也没有那么。
哦，是吗？所以她现在有对象了没啊？
没有。你不要吃饭吗？
待会
这玩意儿你一会儿不吃饭好像弄不了哎。
一点吃啊，他1点就结束了。都不知道在录什么东西，我录的好困惑。倒是可以。
在干嘛？这首都不知道在干嘛。
对啊。
就是有一个什么，剪彩，就是李总弄的一个新的什么 member。
但那个剪彩是待会要上去。
上对，他说要做直播，你在播是不是？
我在播了，他叫我刚刚就播了，但是关闭麦。
One and all.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Steven, how you doing? Okay, good to see you. Hello, Alan. Hello, everybody. Well, what are we doing next?
What we do is that we're going to go second floor.
Okay.
We're going to have a little bit ribbon cutting ceremony.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm all for it.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let me lead the way. Yeah. Some of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Some of them.
We're going 2, 3 blocks. Looks like Daniel. Good to see you. Likewise. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please can I have your attention?
Okay, we wait for some more people to come.
Yes, we want to welcome you all to the ribbon cutting of the ITC Empowerment Community Organizational Resource Center. It's something that this community has been waiting for, and we thank God for the visionary and Mr. Wiley. Yes.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you, Brother Yao. This is our dream come true. I mean, as I mentioned to many people, 22 years ago, this is a piece of dirt, nothing here. But today, with my brother, Stephen Lee, all of us organize International Management District. We turn around this area, become one of the economic power of the city of Houston. Mr. Brother, you should agree on that. So today, we're facing many, many challenges. So International Trade Center is a nonprofit organization been here for the last 15 years. I have my president, Mr. Kabedi, is joining us. You know, in so many years, we've been concentrating on international trade. But we're really thinking this is the right time we could do some local thing. So I've been talking to my brother Al. I say, Al, a lot of people suffer in this area. How are we going to help them? That's why we create this International Economic Resource Center. I'm so glad I have Dr. Tina Edible joining us as executive director in order to run this facility. As you know, so many services we can provide. I just told Brother L something we probably don't know, but we could refer them to somebody know. So we have a Korea community, Vietnamese community, you know, Filipino community, Africa. It's truly international. So I'm so glad today. Indian, that's right, yeah. We're facing so many problems with the Asian community, especially hate crime, voting rights, so many things we need to face too. Here's the political base. Probably we could create that too. So, ladies and gentlemen, we as a new immigrant come to this great country. This is our home.
Yes.
So we're gonna go nowhere.
Yes.
That's why we need to unite it. See how we can do it. To do something good for this great country. So today I really, this is a very touching time in my life. I did so many things, but this is a special project. We're gonna make it happen. So ladies and gentlemen, let me invite my brother Al say a few words for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Wayne. I greatly appreciate the opportunity to say just a few words, and I promise not to give a long speech. I do want to acknowledge, however, that Whaley and I have a long-standing friendship to the extent that we refer to each other as brothers. And that's important to me because it's more than just a relationship. It really is a kinship. And when he comes up with these great ideas, and this is not his first one, by the way, usually he runs them by me. We try to work through them. And many of them have come to fruition. I can recall when you were not in this building, you were down the street at another location. I can recall when you did not have the building next door. I can recall when you didn't have that beautiful sign out front that's quite an attraction in and of itself. So he and I have seen a lot of things happen in this area, and most of them have happened because of his being the visionary that he is, and always has with him, it seems, his dear friend, Mr. Lee, Stephen Lee, Sr., and I don't see Junior. He's usually in someplace. Not here today. Okay, Stephen Lee Sr., who's always here and been a part of whatever Wade has a vision for doing and been a part of. So I think this is a great idea. I think that he has been thinking of this in various ways for many years. This is probably the zenith, the apex, if you will, of his thoughts in this area in terms of how he can be of service to his community. So I'm proud to say that I'm going to do what I can to be of assistance. This is a not-for-profit entity, and we see what we can do to be of assistance with this. I'd like to see it be a success. I'm honored to also mention, as I leave the podium, that we have another person who holds public trust with us, and who at one time was a part of my team, part of the congressional office. She has now gone on to become a city council person. And as protocol would have it, I try to always acknowledge other electors, especially those who have worked in my office. So Wade, with your consent and permission, may I just acknowledge Alice Chen. Give her a big hand, please. And I don't want to go too forward announcing everybody that's here because I'll surely miss someone. But I have to acknowledge my staff who's with me today. And I'm partially doing this because I want you to see how diverse my family is. This is Catherine Lee. Catherine has been with me the longest of anyone in the congressional office. And Catherine, how many languages do you speak? 3 or 4. Alice, how many do you speak?
3, 4.
3 or 4. Okay, I also have another staffer with me, Quintoria Williams. Quintoria is my communications director. And she speaks English very well. I, of course, am polyglot. I speak 2 languages. I am slightly fluent in English, but I speak quite fluently Ghettoese. Some of you may be familiar with that. Others not. Ruben Cruz is here also, Whaley.
Yes.
Ruben is a polyglot. Ruben, how many languages?
Two.
Two, okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna close with this. I had to introduce these people because they don't think it's a success, but I wanna close with this. Wade, for all of the many years of service, I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to give you a certificate, but for all of the many years of service, and for all of the things that you've done that people will never know about, it is not unusual for, I will now say Mr. Lee, businessman, to make contributions to causes upon request and never receive any public acknowledgement for his contributions. These emoluments make a difference in the lives of people. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate knowing that if there's someone who needs food, that Whaley has been available to help that family in need of food. Or if there is someone who's having difficulty with immigration, he's been there. He's been there for persons who've had difficulties with housing and renting. He's been there for persons who have some needs in the area of education. So a lot of these things are things that he's already involved in, and now you'll get him some more help. So I want you to know that this is a flag that was flown over the Capitol that I'd like to present to you. And I have this certificate with the flag. It reads, "The flag of the United States of America." This is to certify that the accompanying flag was flown over the United States Capitol at the request of the Honorable Al Green, Member of Congress. This flag is presented to the International Trade Center by and through its founder, and not only the International Trade Center, but also the International Trade has his fingerprints on it. Community Resource Center, on behalf of the constituents of the 9th Congressional District of Texas, I salute your dedication to empowering and building stronger communities by providing vital resources as well as improving the quality of life for individuals across the greater Houston area, and I would dare say across the United States of America. So it becomes my honor to present to you this certificate, as well as this flag that was flown over the Capitol of the United States. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'll pass it to J-Lo. I know that's what you do.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Next one, I would like to introduce you a very important person who make this thing happen. Is Dr. Tina Edible. We'll say a few.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. It is my great honor to be here today. It's a passion of mine and a passion of our organization and Mr. Lee to help the community, to reach out into the community. Right time, the right thing, the right service. This is the right time for this. Right now we're celebrating the Community Resource Center, but I want you to know that Mr. Lee has 2 projects that are the right time, the right people. I'll talk a little bit about the first one before I go to this. He has a project right now that is targeting education, to educate our young ones to have an understanding of the different cultures around the world. Hate is bred by ignorance. Ignorance is defeated by knowledge. So there's a program called the Globetrotters Initiative, the Globetrotters program that Mr. Lee is spearheading and we're working on. But right now, right here, we're celebrating the Community Resource Center. And the way this will work is that it will be at no cost to the community. They will come here to meet their needs. Over 730 plus million, billion, I'll get the right numbers, dollars have gone out in PPP alone. And the minority community has a disproportionate lack of access to these funds. Because 1, either they're not set up right, or 2, they don't have the information. That's what we're here for. We sat down and we brainstormed. These are the major things that the minority population will need. If there's anything that we've left off, please reach out and tell us. and we'll add it to it. We're here to serve, we're here to provide. The saying that knowledge is power is true, but knowledge is only power if it's used. Knowledge that is put on the back burner or put on a shelf is useless. So here we're looking for experts, for service providers, for information sources. We are a hub that people can come to, and we can send you to where you need to go to get the expert information. We're talking about the disaster assistance loan and grants alone. Our people need access to this. The PPP has been extended. The rules have been changed, but our people, the minority community last year were rejected, so they're not coming back this year. They don't realize that the rules have changed. We need to get that information out there. We have tax information that they need to know. We have minority small business development. The International Trade Center is a business development non-profit. And we're saying, come, community, come, let us help you develop your businesses. I can almost guarantee you that practically everybody you know has some kind of business in some way. They'll work a job and they'll have a business. But they have the businesses, they're not structured properly. So when you have information that will help them structure it, you're helping them grow their business. We have the financial assistance, immigration, other legal things that we can't even think about. The workforce, we're going to have job fairs. We're going to help people develop their skills so they can qualify for that second round, because they've lost their jobs and those jobs are not going to be resuscitated. So they have to be retrained for something else. But where do they go? Here. They come here. Housing and rent, veterans issues. A lot of minorities lose out on veterans issues because they don't know. And as we go medical, we've got a new program that's medical, what's it called? Telemedicine, where people only have to pay a little bit to have access to qualified doctors. And the reason I'm going through all of this is because, as I said, we're passionate. I am the executive director of the nonprofit. I'm the program coordinator of the Community Resource Center. But we cannot do it alone. We need help, we need volunteers, we need finances. If you know of anywhere for us to go to get the finances, please tell me. We will beat the bushes, we will shake the trees, we'll get those leaves, and we will provide the services needed for our minority community. Now, Houston is a minority-majority city. It is the most diverse city in the U.S., and it's getting more and more diverse. So we need to provide services that are essential. And I thank you all for coming. I know this is the middle of the day. I thank you all for coming. I thank you, Mr. Lee.
Thank you, Tina.
And I thank you, Congressman.
Thank you so much. Next, I want to invite the City Councilman Alex Chang, say a few words. Come on.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
We need to have a different committee. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, I was very moved by Mr. Lee's vision for our community. And also Congressman, he is really care about our community, so he's been hand in hand with Mr. Lee to make this thing happen. If you look at all these, this is a one-stop service. One-stop service for all the people underserving in our community. During the last year, COVID-19, you know how many people suffer? I know, because I see them every day. Citizens lost their job, and people don't know how to apply PPP or loan. Just like Dr. Tina said, a lot of people, they don't know what is the rule for PPP. And the government, I'm sorry to say this, they change the rule all the time. So they don't know how to get the money from the government to help them to provide the service. Service continue, business continue. This is a problem for our country because we don't have a one place. Citizen can go, I need help. And if they have this community center, I think this is the answer for our community. And Dr. Lee, I call you Dr. Lee. It's okay. Honor. He is,
Honorable
you know,
doctor.
honorable doctor. I actually know this gentleman for more than 40 years. When both of us are young, we are the first generation graduate student came to this country and get a master's degree, get all these. We try and do everything, and Mr. Lee do so many things in community, and I actually serve Congressman Green. I learned from the best to give public service. Thank you, Congressman. Thank you. So today, let's put hands together, because just like the Dr. Tina said, one people cannot make this happen. Everybody here today, we put the hands together, make this United Center, make this resource center, make this rescue center. So anybody need help? Come here, we will save you, we'll rescue you.
Awesome.
So, thank you so much.
Of course, I want to have our president of ITC, Mr. Kavili, say a few. Yeah. We've been teaming up for the last 15 years. Yeah. Talking about international vision, huh?
Yeah.
All I would say is just welcome. This is really very important for all our communities, very well overdue as well. I'm hoping that we will make a difference. Starting is always the first time, but making it happen is very important. And I'm glad is everybody here to support us. And I'm glad also our good friend, Congressman, is always there for us. Appreciate it. And Mr. Stephen Lee, everybody is here. Really very important for you to be here. But this is just the beginning, so we have to make it happen. We have to work together. And good luck to you,
Okay.
my dear Tina. So all the best, and we are appreciated again for you all to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. We have Sunita from India committee. Come and say a few. Yeah. She's a TV host. So,
Thank you all, and thank you all for joining us for this new venture that, Mr. Valley always have these great ideas and a great vision for, not just for the Asian community, but actually for all the minority communities and all the diverse communities. So this is the third project that I've been getting involved with, starting with Collision Committee that we had, and then we had started a Diversity Talk, the TV show that we had started and promoted the community leaders and the community members, and Mr. Lee had supported us along the way everywhere that we start a project and we do everything here in the community. And this time, Dr. Tina, it was a pleasure that would be honored to help you with anywhere that I can. In the community is always there. And thank you.
Lina from Filipino committee.
Lanny.
Lanny.
Thank you, Congressman. You will be a big help, really. My name is Lanny, and I'm a senior care nurse specialist, and I'm just so glad that my friend, he's my brother now too, invited me to be the leaders in the medical healthcare issues. But in reality, I'm really focusing all my businesses related to senior care, and we need help. All the seniors really need help, especially nowadays with the pandemic. They need help at least to have socialization. And the problem is sometimes is their transportation. With that being said, Dr. Tina is working on the program called Senior Transportation Services. And not just for senior, but basically it's the main focus is for them to have socialization. So they don't have to miss any telehealth. We can assist with that. And also the city, so we'll have no problem with those seniors staying in one house, 36 people. And I talked to Mr. Lee about that with my heart so broken, seeing just in one house, 36 elderlies. And we can do something with that. And he said, Lani, don't worry, I'll talk to Mayor Turner, and we can do something with that, because so many things can be done for seniors. So thank you. So anything about seniors and Filipino, I'm here. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce next gentleman, Mr. Ed Hong. Ed, come in. Ed is a many-year friend, talk about this medical benefit. Yeah. Ed, say if you can.
First of all, I want to thank everyone that is here. I've known this guy for quite a number of years. And this is one of the most exciting ventures because we have educational issues, we have medical issues, we have telehealth issues. All of these things are amongst us right now. And the people, we've got the Latino community, African American community, the Asian community, and a lot of different languages within that. All I want to say is this is a super group of people, and with Dr. Tina running and developing this, everyone is going to see some advantages. And I'm Ed Horn, and this is my last rodeo. I want to help people in my latter years.
Okay, thank you. I have my Korea community friend, Jason. Come here, Jason, you. Jason is a leader in our community many years. Jason, you will like this center, right? So you be my partner.
Well, surprised to just call my name, but I see some familiar face, and here is Wei Li, and we have gone back to a while back, but I wanted to thank you. Anything as a Korean community and what we can do, we'll do and help you, and thank you for the Honorable Congressman Green. And so anything you need, anything
Sure.
right, just call me anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course, my other partner, Mr. Stephen Lee Sr. Yes, say hello, come on, Senior. Okay, but later we're going to join. Well, I think we also have from Africa community, many representatives. Mr. Marshall, you want to say a few words?
Yes, Marshall. Congressman is working on that. Good afternoon. It's indeed a dream for those of us that come from afar to make this our home. And the African community, as you know, it's one of the largest in the United States that's based here in Houston. So it's my great honor to partner with Mr. Lee. I just met him, and he's a fantastic gentleman. My friend has been telling me about you for a long time. So I don't see security and law enforcement on this board, so we're gonna have it. That security and law enforcement, immigrants are always in need of just more clarity, more information. What do I do when this happens to me from a law enforcement perspective? So we are going to be providing that expertise here at the center. So I'm just honored to speak on behalf of the continent. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you. Of course, my friend Aaron Bird. Aaron, stand up, please. Aaron just retired from the city of Houston. Why you've been joining us on this mission, right? Okay.
First of all, good afternoon to everyone, and my Congressman Al Green, who's on the front line fighting all the time for us. Let's give him a round of applause. One of the things, you've heard it all, basically, today. And if you notice, the sentiment of almost everybody, different shades of colors, different ethnicities, but the sentiment is the same, trying to help folks get back on track. I heard the executive director, Ms. Tina said, Dr. Tina said that this is a right now solution to a right now problem. And with the help of everybody, we can do this. Once again, Mr. Lee, another one of your efforts, the Congressman said you come up with these ideas, and every now and then you hit one big.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we have so many VIP. Mr. Chang, a friend of mine, Dr. Chang. Yeah, he's joining us. Many of our friends this way, waiting. Okay, yeah, that's right. So, end of the day, Congressman, please move right here. So we're gonna have a little bit ribbon cutting from the right here. And then can we join everybody? Join us, so we take a picture. Okay.
我一会儿采访一下。哦，OK，对，那我就你来写文字，我来视频的。
Okay. Not yet. Let me say one. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody. We need you to volunteer and to support.
Thank you. We have a little bit of sandwich here.
Let me in.
Right in front of him.